So in my world tour video, I didn't really go into much detail on why I've decided to undertake this project. But let's go back to the beginning to understand why I'm creating a perimeter in the Nether. One of the first things in my world that I built was this, a very simple passive mob farm. Since passive mobs respawn in alpha and beta just like hostile mobs, it's possible to farm them for all their drops, and the most important of these drops in my opinion is pork chops. Since there's no hunger bar, food gives you back health instantly when you eat it. Uncooked pork chops give you 1.5 hearts, bread gives you 2.5 hearts, but cooked pork chops give you 4 hearts, which is extremely useful even if you just have one of them on you. Now trust me, this is going somewhere, just bear with it. So, I've got a passive mob farm producing uncooked pork chops. I just have to cook them right, and then I'll have an unlimited amount of the best food in the game. Well, as you might have seen or already know, you can't stack food in the old versions of the game, which is very annoying since it means you have to manually place every uncooked pork chop into a furnace, which is incredibly inefficient, and, on top of that, I don't want to be wasting my precious coal on cooking pork chops, because another item that isn't in the game yet in Alpha Minecraft is charcoal, so I can't use that, and I need to save all my coal to smelt cobblestone and sand for my builds. Already I'm facing a lot of issues, and then on top of that my base decided to catch on fire from my passive mob farm since I used lava to kill the animals, so then I had to turn off that farm. All these problems are just to get food, and in the end it doesn't even really matter getting food that much in the old versions of the game, since if you die, you don't lose any levels as they're not in the game yet. But it doesn't matter. I wanted a renewable source of good food. Also, it's not completely useless, as when I eventually update, whenever I do, to a version in which food stacks, then I'll have reserves of an actual good food source rather than uncooked pork chops. But now I'm stuck, my passive mob farm is turned off and I don't want to waste coal smelting pork chops. But why don't I just farm tons of bread for wheat? Well, pistons aren't in the game yet, so I've had to come up with my own semi-automatic wheat farm, which isn't very efficient and doesn't drop seeds, as when wheat is destroyed by water, only the wheat drops. The only way to get seeds to drop is by harvesting the wheat by hand, which is extremely slow since walking on crops tramples them, so you have to shift, or hoeing grass, which is equally as inefficient. So it was at this point, when I was ready to give up and accept that I would never get a good supply of food, it was then that I got a genius idea. The Nether in Alpha Minecraft and Beta Minecraft is practically empty. Unless you want glowstone, there's no real reason to go there since nether fortresses haven't been added and ghasts are almost impossible to kill. Wait though, because when a zombie pigman is killed, what does it drop? Gold, right? Wrong. It drops cooked pork chops. Perfect, so now I just need to find a way to farm zombie pigmen in Alpha Minecraft. Unfortunately, you can't build on the nether roof either, as the world height is only 128 blocks, and so that's where the idea of the perimeter comes in. I have to remove the nether so that the pigmen will only spawn where I want them to, and the good thing about this project is that once I update it, it will still be useful when pigmen drop gold, as then I'll have a gold farm. I don't want to spend loads of cobblestone on slabs to spawn-proof everything in the nether though, and so instead I decided to just use TNT, although I can't just use TNT bombers because like I said earlier, pistons aren't in the game yet. But I found an easy way to duplicate items by going through a nether portal, which is obviously very handy for this project to get lots of TNT and sand. I need sand because I need to drain all the lava in the nether to have a complete perimeter, and so I've had to place every block of sand and every block of TNT by hand. This project has taken a very long time to get even to the stage it's at now. And so there you have it, that is the reason why I'm creating a perimeter in Alpha Minecraft, so I can have a supply of useful food. Because there are few goals in the old versions of the game, not even to kill the Ender Dragon, and so you can do whatever you want, you set your own challenges and goals to reach. Okay, enough talk, I need to get back to placing TNT, maybe I'll see you in another video. Have a great day.